Hi everyone, it's Alex Sparks here from Sparks Finance and I'm your local mortgage broker. Today's video is the June market update, and unfortunately to the dismay of many mortgage holders, the RBA met yesterday and decided to increase the interest rates again by 0.25%, taking the total cash rate to 4.1%. As you guys would probably be aware, as my many videos I've unfortunately had to touch on this, that if you had a $500,000 mortgage, with that increase of 0.25% would increase your monthly repayments around about $76 per month. Now look, obviously this is not news that we want to hear. A lot of people were anticipating them to hold, and personal opinion aside, I probably thought that as well, that the rate would just be sort of paused to see what's happened within the market, and obviously the significant rate rise that happened before that. But with the figures that they've decided to go with that increase again. Now, as we sort of spoke about last week, a lot of the economists were tipping the peak of the cash rate to be at 3.85%, which we were up until yesterday, or 4.1%. Are we at the peak? We just don't know yet. The RBA within their message highlighted that there could be future increases, but hopefully we will see this to be the peak, and then for them to at least pause, just to give it a bit of time for these measures to sink into the market. Then hopefully people will be able to have a lot more stability within their household budgets, and to see those inflationary numbers drop down. But obviously it's not something that we wanted to hear, given the carnage that we've had over the last sort of 13 months. But we just need to once again take it in our strides. Have a look at your household budget, make sure you've got room, speak to a qualified mortgage broker to make sure that you've got a plan in place, and to really ride this out. And hopefully, as the message has been, the interest rates will look to decrease in 24. But we will wait and see how that goes. In other news, obviously with this increase in interest rate, what this is going to do is obviously have a larger impact once again on the people with a current fixed rate expiry that's ending this year. Now we've talked about this previously, that over 60% of all the loans within Australia are currently on a fixed rate, and they will be coming off that fixed rate to a variable loan later on this year. Now this just keeps on moving the mark for a lot of people. So if you're on a 2% interest rate right now, the higher these interest rates go up, the higher your repayments are going to be to come out of that. So I'd really urge anyone that if you do have a fixed rate that's coming off, to discuss it with the mortgage broker to make sure that you're in a position to save money on that loan, and you're not going to be paying too much interest on there. Something we've seen in the local market at the moment, a lot more investors are starting to go into the market. Speaking with a few agents in town, and even just looking at the clients that I have myself, a lot of people are deciding to pull out equity of their existing home and buy an investment property. And this is obviously driven by the high rental yields that are there at the moment, and obviously the demand for rental properties, they'll be picked up so easy by future tenants. So it's really interesting to see, and that might also lead into the fact that people are seeing that this might be the peak of the interest rates, and they're still comfortable with that, making that investment purchase. But something to understand nonetheless, that there are some, given the fact the rise in the price of property, people have got a lot of equity sitting there, and if something that you want to look in the market to try to boost to build a investment portfolio, now might be the time to do it, as there are some really good properties available and really good rental yields that you can take advantage of. So definitely something to consider if you wanted to go down that path. But look, in terms of the market itself, as I said, we're very bullish around the market. There's still some really good property, especially in our areas. So I urge anyone, if you have any questions or you're a bit nervous about the current environment, please don't hesitate to give me a call. More than happy to run through and discuss your situation with you to see if we can find the best solution for you. Hopefully we do see this to be very close to the peak. Hopefully we can have a bit of time of stability for all those mortgage holders out there. But thank you very much for your time today, everyone. I wish you all the best, and as I said, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.